Today we'll see the question named article views. We'll get into the question. They have given the view table which consists of four attributes: article ID, author ID who written that article, viewer ID who viewed that article, and the view date. They also given the sample input which consists of seven rows. Okay, we'll get into the question. Actually, they are asking you to display the author ID who viewed his own article for at least once. In our scenario, you can able to see, right, the article ID 2 which was written by the author ID 7 who viewed his own article for once. The same wise, the article ID 3 which was written by the author ID 4, and here the viewer ID is also 4, which means he's viewed his own article for once. So you have to display those author ID. In our scenario, they have given the sample output with 4 and 7 author ID. Okay, we'll get into the solution. Actually, you can just implement the solution by using a where condition. We'll see how we can implement. Okay, here you know, right? Whenever the author ID was equal to the viewer ID, you have to display them. This is how we are going to implement it. Let's see. When you are implementing that author ID was equal to viewer ID, you will get this. But still, it contains the duplicate rows, right? So you have to handle that kind of condition because the author who can view his own article for twice or thrice in a day whenever he need, so it will be contains that duplicate rows. So you have to handle this as well. For handling that, we can use that distinct keyword where you can get that unique author ID from the retrieved data. Okay, here the 7 and 4 was retrieved when you are applying that distinct keyword. Okay, here again they are asking one condition that the output should be in a ascending order based on the author ID that you retrieved. Here we retrieved 7 and 4. It should be in ascending order, so it becomes 4 and 7. Okay, we'll get into the code. Okay, here you can able to see we have to display the author ID from the given table. So I have selected the author ID, but it has to be renamed as ID. So I used alias to rename it. Okay, we'll run this code. Okay, you can able to see, right? It was just retrieving all the author ID. But here I have to use one condition. The author ID should be equal to the viewer ID. Okay, here you can able to see it was giving the output which consists of duplicate rows. So I have to use that distinct keyword. Still, here you found, right, like you are getting the expected output, but still it has to be ordered in a ascending order. So we'll use that order by the ID. The default it will be in ascending order, so you don't have to use that keyword as it. Okay, we'll submit it because I'm getting the right answer. Now you got it, right, how we can implement this by using a simple where condition. So we'll see. But again, I'm not going to leave it from this because there is an another approach. We can implement this by using a join function. Okay, I'm just gonna explain it. If you wish to continue this video, you can see it. But if you felt like it was enough for me, you can just skip this video. If not, if you wants to explore more approaches, means you can just see that because it was really good idea, like how we can implement that by using a join function. Let's see how we can implement by using joins. Here I have taken the table for twice because here I'm going to implement self join. Self join means the table will get joined with itself. Here I consider the first table as V1 and the second table as V2. You know, right? For at first we implemented the simple where condition. There I used a condition that is whether author ID was equal to viewer ID or not. The same wise, I'm going to implement some condition in join as well. For an understanding purpose, I have extracted the author ID and viewer ID separately from V1 and V2. If the author ID from V1, if it match with any of the viewer ID, that then the two row will be combined and it will be added to the result table. Let's see how it works. Here you can see, right, the first row that was containing 3. You have to check with all the row whether 3 matches with 5, no. Then 3 matches with 6, no. Then 3 matches with 7, no. Is 3 matches with 6, no. So likewise, you have to check with all the row. If any of that matches, then it will be added to the result table. In our scenario, 3 will be not matched with any of the number, so we can get into the second row. Again, 3, it will be not get matched. But 7, you have to check with 5, no. Then 6, that if the condition satisfy, then we will be added to the result table. But here you can see, right, that 7 was getting matched with the 7 viewer ID, which is present in V2. Then it will be combined and it will be added to the result table. Again, the 7 will be get matched with the 7. Again, it will be getting matched with the 7. So it will be added to the result table. Okay, next to 4. Then 4 has to be compared with all the row, but it will get only match with this 4 and the next 4. So it will be added to the result table. Again, this 4 will be matched with the 4 that was present in the view V2 and the again this 4 which was present in the V2. So it will be added to the result table. Okay, we got some result, right? We have to implement the further condition as well. Here we have to implement another condition to handle some scenario. For example, here you can see, right, the 4 got matched with the viewer ID 4 and it will be added to the result table. But here you have to use some common understanding. For example, here the author ID and viewer ID was different. But we know, right, the author ID and viewer ID should be equal. Then only it represents that author ID viewed his own article. But here it was not equal, but it was in the result set. So there might be some condition we have to handle, right? So for that purpose, we will be using another condition. Here the author ID from V1 should be equal to the author ID from V2. If both conditions satisfied, then we got the expected output. But still, I have retrieved the author ID alone because we have to display only the author ID in the output. Then still you got some duplicate rows, right? But we need only the distinct element. So we will be performing some operation, that was by using the distinct keyword, you can just retrieve the distinct element. But still, they expected the output should be in a sorted. So I used the order by to sort the element. Getting to the code, here I have selected only the author ID because they are expecting to display only the author ID. Okay, I just retrieved from views and again it was joined with the views because we are performing the self join on a condition. V1 should be equal, author ID should be equal to V2 dot viewer ID. Again, I told you, right? We have to implement another condition as well, that the V1 author ID has to be equal to V2 author ID. Still, let's run this. Okay, we got that distinct output, so we have to use distinct keyword. And it should be in order today. Sorted order based on ID. Okay, it got accepted. Let's submit this. Okay, it got accepted. I hope now you got how you can able to implement this by using joins, right? If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so it will motivate me to post many videos. Thank you.